Influential leaders aren't the loudest people in a room. They are the ones that show up, stay consistent, and make it feel natural for people to want to follow them. Welcome to Speak Like It Matters. My name is Sheila Muskan, and I'm your go-to public speaking strategist. And on this channel, we dive deep with studying the art and science of dynamic communication. If you're an established leader and you want to know how to speak with more clarity, confidence, credibility, and you want to make your name the go-to name and trusted voice in your industry, you are definitely in the right place. My promise to you is that even if you stick around for a few minutes, you will walk away with something valuable and tangible to help you become a more effective communicator. Today, we are talking about the top 7 traits of influential leaders. What makes a leader influential and impactful? Not just looking at some quotes and little sayings that sound good on a quote or on Pinterest, but actual habits we can develop and nurture every day in order to make the most of our words and make the greatest impact we can possibly make. That's what we're going to look at in just a minute. But before we dive in, a quick reminder, if you are an established leader and you're truly looking to become that go-to trusted voice in your industry, the name that people pass around, the name that is being invited to speak at events, you should definitely check out the Speaker Accelerator. It's my most comprehensive program that not only teaches you how to figure out the topics that you want to be known for as an expert, as a speaker, but how to actually create presentations, how to deliver them in a powerful way, and how to get yourself on the right stages in front of the right audiences, and how to network with event planners and pitch yourself in order to actually make it to the stage. All of that and so much more we cover inside the Speaker Accelerator. You can check out all the details at speaklikeitmatters.com/accelerator, or just simply click the link below this video. Okay, so let's dive right in. The top 7 habits of highly influential leaders. Trait number 1 is that they show up no matter what. Most people just wait around for the perfect conditions, perhaps to feel ready, maybe for somebody to come along and give them permission to just start. Not so with highly influential leaders. Highly influential leaders just start. Even if it's messy, even if they don't have all the steps figured out, even if they don't feel fully ready, they figure it out as they go in the messy process, in the middle of the messy process. And that's what actually helps them to grow and become more influential with people. One of the most underrated skills, I believe, is consistency. And it's a skill because it's a muscle that you practice over and over again. And the more you practice it, the better you become at consistency. But I truly believe that people find highly consistent leaders to be highly reliable leaders. And that's what makes a leader influential. When they show up in and out, when they show up every single day, even when they don't feel like it, even when it's hard, even when it's uncomfortable, they just show up and do their part. Okay, trait number 2, highly influential leaders have high emotional intelligence. These leaders, they still have feelings. They still experience emotions just like every other human. But instead of reacting to those emotions and feelings, they take the time to stop, reflect, and then respond intentionally. I believe that highly influential leaders are very good at managing their emotions because they realize that their feelings sometimes lie. And highly emotional leaders many times tend to burn bridges because they respond or they react and sometimes overreact. So highly intentional and influential leaders are very good at managing their emotions, and they have high emotional intelligence. Trait number 3 is that they play the long game. They realize nothing really happens overnight. Even though we live in an age where we're convinced that everything is instant, we live in an insta-everything age, highly influential leaders realize that real impact doesn't happen overnight. And because of that, they are willing to sacrifice today for tomorrow. They're willing to do the uncomfortable, the hard thing today in order to invest into tomorrow. Trait number 4 is that they are slow to speak and quick to listen. A couple of weeks ago, I went out to coffee with a business acquaintance. And by the end of the time that we had together, I felt very frustrated. And I realized the reason for it. This person kept asking me about how I'm doing in business, how are things going, what's going well, what's not going well. And as soon as I would start giving my response, they would cut in a couple of sentences in and hijack my response. So I never truly got to finish my ideas, my thoughts. Now, this person is not alone in doing this. Many of us do this sometimes. Some people do it more often than not. But when we do it all the time, it really makes people frustrated because they feel like they're not being truly heard or listened to. Highly influential leaders realize the power of listening. Not only listening, but listening better, listening deeper, asking follow-up questions, and listening for the words that are not being communicated. I believe that's what makes a leader highly influential, knowing how to listen well and pay attention for those small nuances that happen in communication that many times are being communicated even without words. Trait number 5, they are intentional about their words. They know that words have power. Words can start wars. Words can heal wounds, and words can make someone feel like they can do anything. And so they use those words very intentionally to communicate clearly, to encourage somebody, to empower somebody, and to add value to somebody else's life. Trait number 6 is they work on their presence. Whenever they walk into a room, they're very intentional about their body language. They communicate, I belong here. You can trust me. I'm likable. You can ask me anything. I'm an expert. I'm competent. All of those things they communicate with their body even before they open their mouth. And because of this, they spend a lot of time intentionally working on their body language and leadership presence, which again is a skill. It's not something that anybody is born with naturally. Now, some of us may be a little bit more inclined than others to be more natural in the way that we talk, to come across more warm and kind and friendly, but we all can improve when we are intentional about growing our body language skills. Finally, trait number 7, highly influential leaders are really good at simplifying everything, not just for themselves, but for the people they lead or the people who they are speaking to. They're able to break down complex ideas and communicate them in such a way that it's easy to understand, it's easy to grasp. They understand that complexity kills creativity and consistency, but simplicity really moves people into action and creates momentum. And because of this, they work hard at breaking down complex ideas and communicating them in a simple way because they know their team will much more likely to take action on it. And also, if they are doing a presentation on stage, it's much more likely that their audience is going to not only remember them, but take away what they're giving and actually take action on it. So here is your dream to done action step. I want you to look at these 7 traits, this list, but not just look at them. Pick one that you are going to act on this week. Practice it. It might be that you are aware of your body language and you pick one thing that you're going to practice when you walk into a room. It might be that you want to practice listening better or listening more. Or it could be that you really work at simplifying processes in your business or how you communicate. Whatever that might be, I want to encourage you to just pick one thing, practice that until it feels more natural and it comes more natural. And then start adding the next habit that you want to practice. And if you are ready to influence, not just in a boardroom, but on stage, if you want to use your words, not only intentionally, but in a way to create change and transformation in somebody else's life, I want to encourage you to check out the Speaker Accelerator program. Inside the program, I teach you everything you need to know to become a highly engaging speaker and communicator. You can check out all the details at speaklikeitmatters.com podcast.com/accelerator. And if you want more real world public speaking strategies that actually work, don't forget to subscribe and also perhaps share this video with a friend that you think would also find it helpful. Around here, we don't just talk, we speak like it matters. Why? Well, because that's the one thing that will set us apart faster than anything else. Until next time.